Should I grow my practice? It's a question that I run into often. In my decades, I've been through the entire spectrum from the one person office with the orthodontic assistant that doubles as the front desk person to the huge practice with the multiple offices. I find the answers and the feedback that I receive kind of ironic because the small office owners, they want to grow their practice. The huge office owners, they regret growing their practice that big, typically, because they lose touch with the patients and they like the personal touch, which you give up once you get to a certain point. I think that the answer has a lot to do with what do you want? What are your expectations? What's your sweet spot? It also has to do with a basic life philosophy of mine that everything has a cost, and it's not typically monetarily. Like with me in my lab, I always knew exactly how big I wanted to grow my lab. When I first purchased it in 2005, I had a number in mind. That number was how much I wanted to make in my pocket each year. And I didn't want it to get too big because really, well, employees make my teeth itch. So, and also, I know that to be in this profession, whether on the doctor side or on the lab side, you have to be borderline something or another, if not completely across the border. OCD, perfectionist, control freak, guilty. So everything had to pass through my hands. Like it's killing me now because I opened up a new kind of lab, and of course I want to advertise with the 3D printed bands or the custom made bands, and it's killing me because I have to depend on someone else because I don't have the $500,000 to purchase a 3D metal printer. But so everything had to pass through my hands. So the more I would grow, the more time it took. And I know that there's a lot of lab owners that get to the point where they could grow a lot more, but they can't let go of that control. So it really has a lot to do with like what you want and also who you can find. Because I think that the 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 very basic point, I mean, the basic need of growth are good employees, which are hard to find. Lab owners right now are scrambling because they can't find people, and they can't find good people. With me, I always like to train people from the start instead of hiring someone that was experienced. I know that from both sides because I went into labs after I sold mine in 2019 and didn't get along because we all have our different ways of doing things. So I would rather hire someone that had a good work ethic and was good with their hands so that I could train them so that any mistakes that they were making, they were my mistakes, or they were doing things my way. So there's a lot of things to consider when thinking about growing your practice, like a great front desk person and a great orthodont and a great lead assistant it's worth more than it's worth a lot because that allows you to have more time to do what you need to do and do what you want to do. It is like the 3D metal printed bands. It saves you a lot of the time. There's no spacer appointment. It saves the patient a lot of the time. There's a lot less headaches. There's a lot less aggravation. So it's all about time. Like I said, everything has a cost and it's rarely monetarily. It's rarely a monetary cost. It's typically a cost in time and aggravation. And like I said, employees make my teeth itch, and didn't I really want to spend that time and aggravation to get that bigger lab, to train and organize and to find the right people to fill the right places, the right managers. So I don't know. I just thought it was ironic because I was just talking to another doctor the other day, who went and saw, who was thinking about growing his practice. Then he was invited to another doctor's practice who had the huge multi-office practice and the tons of chairs in the main practice. And the doctor with the huge practice, he repeated what I said, that his main regret was that he grew his practice too big. So he lost touch with the patients. He lost that personal touch. So I just found that interesting. So anyway, I'm gonna go and start my day, start pushing my things. And I should start adding to these videos. If you enjoy what you're watching, please like the video, follow the YouTube channel. You can also find me on my website and Facebook. The Facebook page is more of just a fun thing. But yeah, so have a good day. Happy Monday. Thank you.